Hello, yeah. I'm absolutely disgusted to hear about the fact that in the UK, even though in America you're allowed to opt out of being dosed with radiation from these body scanners, in the UK apparently they've decided that you're not even allowed to opt out. So the government is going to force you to be dosed with radiation. Um, Now, there's a number of reasons why this is totally outrageous. Um, a few of the reasons are the fact that it's illegal under certain laws to keep photographs of naked children under paedophile laws. Um, Many different people of different religious beliefs, particularly Islamic people, I would have thought most Christian people actually as well, do not believe, do not, it's very wrong for them to allow other people to see them naked or to see their wives or children naked. Um, Now, there's another few legal things which I'm hoping to challenge, um, which is the fact that when I buy a ticket um, under the Trade Descriptions Act, surely the airline it must be obliged to say that I'm buying a potential dose of radiation, which is included with my ticket, because I am. If I refuse that radiation, I'm not allowed to fly. So therefore, that is a condition of travel, which needs to be stated on the website. It also has to be very clearly stated on the airport's website. I had a look at Gatwick Airport today. I found a extremely uninformative PDF file, which I only actually found by doing a search in Google. For Google, I did a Google search for Gatwick Airport scanners. I think I found somewhere I found a PDF which told you, oh yeah, it's the first result actually in Google there, the use of advanced imaging technology at Gatwick Airport. It doesn't tell you anything about what frequency of radiation they're using or anything about the research which has been done into health effects. It's completely uninformative, useless PDF. And also at the bottom of the PDF, it says for more information, go to gatwickairport.com. I went to gatwickairport.com. Went to the search box. I typed in body scanners. I'm doing it right now. Nothing. Not a single bit of information about it. Nothing on the front page. Nothing anywhere. I'm going to be calling them tomorrow, and there's going to be a follow-up to this video, which I'm going to. Well, I won't say too much about it now, but there'll be a follow-up about that. They Yeah, how can they force you to undergo this kind of radiation and not say anything on the Gatwick Airport or Heathrow Airport or on the airline when you buy the ticket? That is definitely from the airline's point of view. That is a trades descriptions violation, because they're not describing properly what they're selling you. They're selling you a dose of radiation, which has to be clearly stated when you buy the ticket. Now, if you look at Wikipedia about backscatter, there's two types. There's the backscatter X-ray radiation, and there's millimeter wave scanners. Apparently in the UK they're using the backscatter X-ray ones, which are actually known to be more dangerous. And it says on Wikipedia, which is quoting the Food and Drug Administration in America, well, it says, unlike cell phone signals or millimeter wave scanners, the energy emitted from a backscatter X-ray is a type of ionizing radiation, which damages chemical bonds. Ionizing radiation is considered carcinogenic, even in very small doses. Okay? And it goes on, they go on to try to tell you that A couple of things which I've seen a lot of the places, and the TSA in America constantly say this, is that the energy projected. Oh, well, they're talking about millimeter wave technology, so that's not relevant. Um, well, even if it was using millimeter wave technology, which is supposed to be safer, it says that the millimeter wave technology is thousands of times less than a cell phone transmission. Okay, well, I've got a couple of things to say about that. Number one, even if I'm getting less radiation than from a cell phone, okay, that doesn't mean I want it, does it? Ideally, I don't want the radiation from the cell phone either. Do you know what I mean? I don't want a little bit more. Oh, it's only a little bit more, so therefore you should want it, of course. No, I don't want the phone radiation either. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather have a technology that wasn't going to cause cancer in the side of my head either. Do you know what I mean? But that's the one reason. The second reason, I don't generally go around with my cell phone doing this. Do you know what I mean? I don't go around beaming radiation into my testicles. Or and I don't do this either. I don't hold my phone up to my eyeballs so that I get cancer in my retina of my eyeballs either. So that's another reason why that's a very stupid comparison. These machines bathe the entire body in radiation. It's not the same as when you hold up a phone. You hold up a phone and it might hit you around this part of the body. But these things go particularly dangerous is the fact that they can cause skin cancer because it goes all over your body. Your skin is penetrates the skin and can cause DNA damage. And it could also cause damage of the sperm inside the testicles, which means that you could possibly have children which would be mutant babies, deformed mutant babies. That's a nice thought, isn't it? And the idea and another thing they say is that you get more radiation from the background radiation of space when you're actually flying. But that's another erroneous idea because when you're background radiation from space is going to be the occasional energized particle which comes from space and passes through your body or bounces off or whatever. It's going to be, occasionally hitting you in different places. If at all, it might not at all. It's not the same as a constant field of radiation which is being beamed all over your body simultaneously. You're being immersed in it, like in a bath. That's not the same. When you go in one of those machines, you are guaranteed to have particles passing into every part of your skin and passing into your testicles and into your eyeballs and into your breasts if you're a woman, yeah? Breast cancer. So I think I've said enough on that. Another very telltale sign of how these people lie to us and try to get us to accept things which are actually bad for our health is I went to the dentist a while ago and I usually always ask them when they do the X-ray. I say, "Can you put the lead plates on me?" And last time I went to the dentist here in the UK, this idiotic dentist said to me, "Oh, you don't need that." And I actually said to him again. I said, "Well, I'd just rather have it anyway." And he said, "No." He just basically told me that I couldn't have it. I thought that's a bit weird. And I kind of, you're feeling quite vulnerable at that point. You're sitting there with this thing in your mouth, and you know. I just stupidly at the time just sort of went along with it. Oh, okay, then if you're sure it's safe, then I won't put anything to cover my heart and lungs from those X-rays. And then what did he do? Well, he walked out the door, didn't he? Behind a big lead sheet wall. Think about that. You don't need lead plates to cover your heart and lungs, but I'm going to go and stand behind this lead wall while I press the button, sir. It's very safe for you, sir. Of course it is. Yeah. So, a full body immersion bathtub of X-ray radiation going into your eyeballs and your testicles and your breasts. That's what they want. That's what they're trying to force down our throats here in the UK. And I'll be damned if I'm going to stand by and let them do that. There's a petition. If you want to sign the petition, you go to epetitions.direct.gov.uk/petitions/845. And so far here in the UK, a whole 339 people have signed that. Isn't that amazing? That's the level of total zombie moronic sheep-like people we have in the UK. 300 people have actually bothered to sign that so far. You know, they did trials of these things in Australia and 70,000 people volunteered to go through. Volunteered. It's absolutely incredible. Well, what can I say? Education. People have to realize that, you know, just it goes hand in hand with people's general ideas about health. People generally don't care about their health at all. They just put anything in their mouth. They're chemical. They buy food full of colorings and flavors and preservatives and all these different weird toxic things like sweeteners, and they don't think about what it's going to do to them. There was a survey on this in the newspaper that said that something like 56% of people said, even though the question was in the light that there is potential cancer threat from using these scanners, do you think they should be banned? And 56 people said, oh, despite the fact that I might get cancer, I'd rather have it to keep me safe from the terrorists. Like the terrorists that were helped get on the plane by the guy in the suit, yeah, in America. Those kind of terrorists, yeah. I'm sure we'll still be safe from them, because they don't even have a passport to get on a plane. Those people. You think you're going to be safe from them? You ain't going to be safe from them. They are the government. Okay, everyone knows that. So if you put these two things together, okay, the government is faking the terrorism and helping it to happen. And two, they're putting in these machines to make us safe, which actually gives us cancer. Think about that. Okay, what's the real reason those machines are there? They're trying to reduce the population. Okay, however sinister and paranoidly deranged you might think that sounds, I find it's the only real logical conclusion. If the government if the government is actually organising fake terror, and on top of that they're putting in scanners which beam us with X-rays which haven't been properly safety tested, telling us that this is to stop the terrorists that they actually put on the planes themselves, what other conclusion can you come to other than they are trying to give us doses of radiation to kill us, or to keep us perpetually sick, you know, in cancer and paying for stupid cancer treatments, which we don't need either. In fact, that's another thing. If you want to protect yourself, you want to eat these apricot kernels. These actually target cells which have DNA damage and kill them, which is what you want to do. That's what chemotherapy is supposed to do. But chemotherapy actually just kills all your cells, and which is supposed to mean that the cancer cells also die, and that's supposed to help you, but you're just basically filling yourself with chemicals, and that's not good. Anyway, I'm digressing. I am going to be demanding my airline every time I fly for a refund if I'm told that I have to have a dose of radiation. I'm going to, you know, that's what everyone should be doing. If you're not allowed to fly, you should be, if you're not allowed to fly because you refuse a dose of radiation, you should be suing your airline. You should be contacting your MP and you should be signing the petition. I'm going to put the link to the petition underneath it. And another thing, do you want to know how you can actually stop almost 100% of the time from any terror happening on a plane? Okay, you walk through security. You have a machine like looks a bit like this. Okay, you put as you go through security, you put your hand on it. They ask you a question: have you got a bomb on you?